it sounds good, you know, Employee Free Choice Act. It's sort of a very good spin on a very bad idea. What this really is called and is known as, really more accurately, as a card check plan. And what this is this would drastically change the way that individual employees in America decide whether they want to be part of a union or not. And that's the beginning point of this discussion. The secret ballot has always been a sacred American tradition, whether we're talking about a political election or any other kind of election on the job. It's always been revered and respected. However, labor unions are losing members, and they've really declined in the past few decades. In the 1950s, 35% of American workers were members of a labor union in the private sector. Now it's only 8%. And so what the labor unions want is they want the federal government to give them a bailout too. And this is in the bailout in the form of a policy that would increase their membership and dramatically increase their dues and the amount of money they have to spend on their political causes. And so what this would do is, instead of employees voting on a private ballot, whether they want to organize in a shop or a company or a firm, they would be forced to sign a card in front of organizers and their co-workers and their colleagues, and this would be a very intimidating process. I mean, I don't think that the congressman who voted for this in Kentucky would want their re-election decided with such a card check policy. Do you? I don't think so. So that's really one of the ways that this really threatens individual liberty. A person should be able to make. This would create all kinds of regulation. This would allow government arbitrators to come into a business, and these are folks. Most of these bureaucrats, they've never had to meet a payroll. They don't know anything about business in general, first of all, and even worse, they don't know anything about the business that they're going can go into a company and make the case how they can represent those workers. Then I think if those workers decide they want to have a union card, they should have every right to do that. On the other hand, they should have every right to just say no to this bad policy. And I think our legislators and our lawmakers in Washington need to say no. You know, Congressman Yarmouth and Congressman Chandler, I encourage you, before you vote yes on this again, go talk to your small business owners in your community and you ask them what they think. And don't just listen to people who agree with you. Don't be afraid to listen to the small business owners. 80% of our economy and our jobs are created by small businesses in this Commonwealth. We need to protect them against this unsound policy, and I hope you'll do it.